Aloha everyone, Happy New Year. Today we are going to have our family New Year service. But for starting, the first thing we are going all please rise to sing the GATHA gathering of the Sangha, GATHA of Sangha, SHUE on page 43. Thank you. Now I ask you to open the page 20 on the service book. We are going to have our SHOSHINGE right now.
修上信行十字人に南中止南昔インド祭天使論下中華自治域史こそ現代諸公聖書異名如来本税置き釈迦如来両がせ一種五名南天竺流十大自主とせ質問在派無権先生大乗無情報召喚議事小安楽賢治南行六六新行異行指導楽億年未打部本願知念即時入立上唯の上昇如来語大大偶世四天神菩薩総論世奇妙無下光如来永州たらき神智光線王朝大聖願こういう本願力栄光異道分上昇一心記入空読大崩壊立逆入大永州主特使連芸造成会即昇進尿保昇進有根の林源人図入賞寺四寺用芸本寺論乱両天使上皇乱消防さ来三蔵ルシ十条教文章宣行気楽法天神菩薩論中芸報道因果見世願大言栄光有他力症状死因為新人枠前本部新人法承知承知即年半一心無量光明道小修上回復系同社結晶道南省結名浄土活入万全自力変言宗円満特合感染症三風三神慶音言増満法明道品一生増悪地偶税思案妖怪小妙化全能独名不所因公愛上三有逆悪公明明合計以内介入本願大地会行者小樹混合心狂気一年相応用意大と逆三に即所没所市上楽天心公開一来教返金安女官一切先祖修士安仙人法華二道小弁流極重悪に唯勝負が薬剤摂取中煩悩証言水風見大義無権上昇が本寺元空妙仏教連民全幕本部に新宗教書公平宗戦弱本願具悪性現来生寺臨伝下決知義上異生死即入弱上無意悪一新人異能入仏教大自主使徒上西無変国辱悪同族自主不動心唯化心死 の降臨際もなく、世の妙を照らすなり。知恵の光明明かりがし、無量の所相ことごとく、公共かむらぬものはなし。信じように奇妙せよ。枝の降臨際もなし。高速か無る者は皆有無を離ると述べたも、平等格に奇妙せよ。幸運無下女国、一切の上に触りなし。光沢かむらぬものそなき。難思議を奇妙せよ。少女巧妙並びなし。不思考のゆえなれば、一切の冒険も覗こりぬ。一挙絵を奇妙せよ。仏光商用最大一。公園の仏と名付けたり。三途の国は開くなり。大用具を奇妙せよ。管理し孤独。平等聖祭。情報菩提心。往生楽。
I take refuge in Amida Buddha, your palms together in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. We vow to give equal to all this miracle truth, together to raise the mind of the body and awaken to the realm of serenity and joy. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. Namandabu, 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 namandabu. Namandabu, namandabu. Good morning. Thank you everyone to come to Family New Year service. But before I do my Dharma talk, my sermon, I'd like we can read today the first service live stream today on page 131. We can read the Golden Chant. Golden Chant here in America is very popular. 131. The link of with the Buddha teaching. Let's read together. The Golden Chant. I'm a link in the Buddha's golden chain of life that spreads around the world. I will try to keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle with every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that my actions affect the happiness and the misery of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of life become bright and strong, and may we attain true awakening. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Every time Master Renyo, 500 years ago, reminded us how to listen with the heart. One, you should listen as you are listening to the very first time. Two, you should listen after these messages is for you alone. And three, you should listen as this is the last time you ever do so in your life. Master Renyo, 500 years ago, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you, you are listening to me today. And we, as the first service in the year, live stream, not the first, but the live stream, the first service is for people, for general people, for the public, open for everyone. We start doing the Family New Year service. When we think about the concept of family, what can you remind? For example, I found in the Oxford Dictionary, this is what we can see. Family is, let's see here. A group consists for one or two parents, their children, and close relations. All, the second definition, all the people who are related to each other, including those who are now dead. Or family can be a group of related animals or plants. And the family can be or related things like a language, especially language. Yeah? It's a family of language, Slavic languages, Latin languages, like that. Yeah? Then, when you think of family, family are the first social groupement or community. Each one, as an individual, has a function or a role there. We, as an individual, we live, yeah, but the same time we need to stay together to learn from each other. This is the tradition when you think about family. Then family, in our Buddhist concept, we can remind this Buddhist group, the Buddhist community, we can say Sangha. But family, we can say United States family. Yeah? We can say family and Hawaiian family here, or on the country. This is a group, so, but it's a place when we can learn. But when you think about family, family is based, start from the individual, from this individual. But in the Buddhism, we say, in the larger sutra is written, come along, go along, born along, and die along. That means since I came here until the last day, I'm in my own reality. Yeah? When you think what is aspiration, then we think in New Year's resolution, what do you want to happen in this year? Then when you think about aspiration or resolution, is we every time you think some situation as an individual to change from the point of view, yeah, of the situation. Yeah, I'm not health. I try to become health. I don't have money. I want to have money. This is every time the human look from point of view alter, yeah, outside of you. This is to make a lot of the problem because each one has his or her own word. That but the family is a place, or the Sangha is a place, or the groupment is a place when you can realize you as an individual and part of this group and what kind we can do connected. That this is really important things. When you think about, you try to change the alter of situation is like your wish, your will, your mind. But this is not the reality because mostly the things doesn't happen like your will, your wishes. Then we think about statements or we think about resolutions, we think about goals. It's like every time is an individual egos working to you try to change the situation and the conditions, but you cannot change the situation and condition. Yeah. This is what we have to be aware. Then what is the focus we have to change? This is when we stay in the family or you stay in the group, you have to work together. You have to make it together. You become aware you cannot live alone. For example, even people think can live alone, but they are dependent of the nature, dependent of the food, they are dependent of the people doing service for them. There's a lot of intent. This kind of, you change the situation or condition is only you are trying to look outside. But when we look at for the reality, the true reality is different from my point of view. This is the reason we suffer, because every time we want the world external adjust for my wills. What's happened? You have only suffering because the thing is not like that. Then we realize that we are moved by passions, by word passions, by mind. And when you try to live as you as a mind, you have a lot of obstacles, because what do you think is you, is I? This I is only my mind, is made by relation. For example, I'm only husband for my wife, but these conditions is not eternal, it's constantly changed. If we divorce, this relation is not more alive. That everything is, I'm looking her as a wife, she's looking at me as a husband. That there is, the point of view is different. That everything is different. That you realize about that is the second important things. Yeah? From the point of view of your desires is not the true reality. You have to change the wisdom of this self for the wisdom of the as it is. What you can say about your body? Yeah, your body is in constant change. You were born, you are living, you are growing, you get age, and you are dying. This is something we can try to deny. You can do everything to deny. For example, a few days ago, I have a friend there in Big Island. He used to play tennis with me. We played tennis together. He was a really elderly, nice guy. He was very strong, but he used to play softball, tennis. But suddenly, I went there. We met, and next time let's play tennis, because you are good tennis player. But suddenly, he felt one small thing in his chest, and he passed away. Yeah, he was very strong, very strong mind, but we don't know. Yeah, we did just like a resolution to play tennis when we met again, but we couldn't play again. Yeah, this is what happened. We don't know about the next day. What we have is only, and this body say, instead of I want to deny this body don't deny. This is natural law that Buddhists only teach us to you go not from your wisdom, but for natural laws. Natural laws means law. This gravitational law, like that, doesn't change 300 years ago, or 3,000 years ago, or right now. It's the same. Yeah? This is natural law. And you are natural law that we have to realize about that. Then, when we do resolutions about New Year, we forget we have only this moment right now. But this moment you cannot grab, you are living. That's the reason Buddhism only teaches us to you come back for your conditions are home again. This is what we try to deny, we suffer, we don't accept it. But the family is a place, the Sangha, the group is a place to realize your connection. We are all connected and we cannot live alone. And you want people approve you. You want people like you. You want people. Why this you want? You want because the aspiration to you go together is togetherness. Togetherness means acceptance is going to universal. This is what we have to realize about this. The things doesn't respect your wishes or will. This is only your projections about that. And the things as it is, you don't do nothing actually. We only live. When we realize about that, this Buddha's teachings is only to transform your darkness in light. Your darkness light is only to you realize about your own conditions as human. You don't need to, for example, you don't need to try to live what you want to live, what you want to be. You can live only what you are now. Yeah? What you are now. If you are now here, you get elements for what you are. You ask what you are doing now, what you do now. And Buddhism, the temple is a place to listen to. But your daily life is a place to learn, is a place to ask what you listen to, these teachings, and put in your life. This is most important thing for you, for your resolution of New Year, is listen to the teachings and put these teachings in practice, in your life, in your living. This is when you do that, you realize some important things. Yeah, you realize that how we can learn. We can learn from reflection. We can learn from bringing good examples, listening, and we can learn from experience. That's what Buddhism say. You listen first, and you try to apply. You put this in practice in your daily life. This is make us really happy. Happy because happy is not the sense of you become excited, but you become neutral. Yeah, you can realize that all things we project is empty, because what you aspire and what the reality show you, is sometimes there is a gap. That the reason we do in the middle path, that you realize everything you are in the darkness. Darkness means you don't know nothing. Yeah? You don't know means, yeah, you don't need to know too. Yeah, you don't know means not because everything you cannot grab. One concept you have today, few minutes ago, few minutes more, was different, or a little bit will be different. This is what we cannot project anything. Of course, we have the resolution. It's important to you guide, yeah, because your action have some response for your action too. But this action, we don't know the real response, the real answer about our action. That's the reason, yeah, live moment by moment, on learning from moment by moment, reflecting, using not your mind to be you as a slave of your mind, but you learn through the mind. And your mind is your body, but your body is the natural law. You learn from the natural law. Natural law is Dharma. Dharma. You learn from the process of changing of your body. And this is what we can learn. I cannot do nothing about my age. I cannot do nothing about encounter death. I cannot do nothing about I didn't choose where I want to born. This everything I don't have an answer from my, of course, but you learn about your conditions as a human being is togetherness. Togetherness means you go to universal from the point of view of your ego. Now change for the point of view of as it is, or the Dharma. This is what you come, you listen, and you try to practice this listen. And there's the reason we Happy New Year means not actually resolution, but awaken, or realize day by day your own condition as a human, and you back from the neutral. Aspiration of Buddha is that you really awake to the Dharma, you really awake to true reality, you really to the natural law of the things. This is what we can say. Family is Sangha. Resolution, New Year, this new is, and the Buddhas working to realize the Dharma. And the Dharma is as it is the natural law, working to realize. And these three important words, family, New Year, and the happiness, make us to reflect on these three things. And some people say, yeah, Sensei, I did some memorial services. I don't need more anymore to do. I can stop on, for example, 7 years or 3 years, because, but this is what we do memorial service. Memorial services or service is place to learn, to ask about, now, is to listen to our connection, our masters, our teachers, and you ask what you don't know. But when you say, I stop that, you become free of asking. Then what happened? We come back again for your ego, for what I want to do this, I want to do that. Is the reason, yeah. We have 33, you have a 50-year memorial service about is to you really is not is a temporal. Is a temporal. More the time is goes, we forget to come back our condition as a human being, and you become more selfish. This doesn't matter how age you have, how long you come to the temple, how this is not is asking you what you listen to these teachings, what you are doing. This is most important. You ask yourself what you are doing, what this listen, what these teachings makes you really to come back to your conditions as human. Yeah. This is what is in question. Happy New Year means, yeah, no resolution actually for our desires or our change conditions, but actually it should realize who you are, who am I. Doesn't change nothing. You don't become stronger, you don't become nothing anymore. But at least you will be in peace of mind, knowing you are human. Yeah, you are not perfect, but you can encounter you in others other than you. And this is aspiration of Buddha. I cannot be Buddha if you don't become Buddha first. Your happiness is my happiness. Your suffering is my happiness. Of course, we cannot think that way, but we can at least become close to the Buddha's aspiration. The Buddha's aspirations when you and the Buddha become one. Thank you. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Now, if you have something to share about what I could learn in 2022, you can come here. Ask my. Of course, we don't say about aspiration as a resolution, but people can tell something. Is there someone to share something? Okay, no problem. Then we go to the next. As we are an organization, we want to ask, we want to call our board president, CharlAnn Nakamoto. She does, and she did a lot of good job, because no one here can take this kind of position, like be a chairperson, and a lot of things we have to do to keep this temple alive. Not only one, but of course your cooperation, your contribution, your your donation, your selfless donation, your dana is really important that you keep alive and you keep listening to the teachings and they make this temple alive is the aspiration of your dad too, to listen to. But you have to put in practice what you learn from these teachings in your daily life and the reflecting. Then we have a message that Mrs. CharlAnn Nakamoto will do a short talk about a message for New Year. Please come here, Mrs. CharlAnn.
Thank you, Sensei. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on our live stream this morning. As Sensei mentioned in his talk today, we try to come to service to listen, and yes, we can do it by Zoom and hear it, and watch it at any time that is comfortable for us. But I know for myself, I'm trying to come in person so that we can also, besides listening, we can share our thoughts and our feelings and have dialogue, whether we're here in the Hondo or we go downstairs for refreshments, we work in the garden, those things, those little things I think has been so valuable for myself in my keeping myself, I feel grounded and tied to Shin Buddhism and the temple and helping me with my daily life. So I do look forward to coming, whether we have Stan and I, or 4 of us, or 3 of us, because it's been kind of a habit now for myself. So I'm looking forward to this year and seeing if we can have a little more participation. I want to thank our board officers for doing as much as they can in all the ways that they have helped and assisted. Because again, we are all volunteers, I understand that, and we have to realize that. And again, hopefully we can still continue the programs that we had in the past, and especially last year, 2022. We had our rummage sale, which was successful, and we also did a new project, which was our community bond dance at the Windward Mall. And we had invited and I think started a good relationship with the Windward Buddhist Temple. So we look forward to continuing that in whatever shape or form we can do, and hopefully still have our community bond dance in October of this year. So I look forward to again participating. I'm hoping we can get someone else to assist and take on the chairperson position that I've been doing. We have to fulfill some other officers like the treasurer and kind of restart and regroup our volunteers and see if we can still continue the board and the temple's livelihood as the Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji mission. So please let us know how you can step forward and assist us in whatever way you can. We would really appreciate it. Thank you again, Sensei, and also thank you, Norma. You've been a really big help to our temple in so many ways that we haven't been able to express our thank you, but thank you again. Okay. And Stan, thank you for always showing up and being our Kansho bell ringer, and all of you there. We understand if you can come, please do so, and we really appreciate your tie to our temple. Thank you.
And thank you on the other side of watching this live stream. We really appreciate your selfless dana donation. We really need to keep the membership too, and we ask to people send this membership and your donation to keep alive this dojo. Dojo is a place to learn. It's a really important thing for us to keep learning. It's a place to listen to, but your action is in your daily life. As CharlAnn said right a few minutes ago, she said, yeah, she coming here. You coming here is living, yeah, living what you listen to the Buddhism, you put in practice, you put in question about your action, your own action you are doing, and your action reflect in some kind of response to. Yeah, this is what we have cause and consequence about our actions. But we want to change the condition, but to change the conditions, you reflect, you have to keep listening, you have to listen more and more. And now we are singing for our last part of our service today. We ask to all people please rise. We are going to sing the GATHA ONDOKUSAN on page 112 of our red book, service book, 112 in Japanese, and followed by page 127, GATHA NEMBUTSU. First, 112, Japanese Ondokusan, the God of Gratitude. I ask your hands together in Gasho. Yodai dai
no ondoku wa miyoko ni shite mo ozubeshi shishu chishiki no ondoku mo hone o kudakite mo shasuyeshi.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
And now, page 127, the GATHA Namo Amida. Before we conclude with this service, we have some few announcements. And next January, next week, we are going to have Sunday service here, regular Sunday service, not a live stream. But if you can come in person, please, you have to take care about this situation again. It's come back again, some things. But please, you are free to come and have taken the safe measures here. And in 22, we are going to have our general membership meeting at 9:30. And before we announced it at 29, but actually was 22 for some reason. We changed it by 22. CharlAnn, do you have something to ask the people about to come?
We're going to email the proxy if they cannot make it, so
Yeah.
they can send it.
We are going to send the email the proxy there. If people send you there, and you put as a proxy to CharlAnn Nakamoto.
We want them to come for the lunch after, so come first.
Yeah, but people can come, please come. We need a quorum for the, but this, we ask for, especially people, they pay the Gojukai, they are Gojukai payer, and they're going to pay. We need, this quorum of your presence here is really important. We decide about the future and the present condition of this temple. Please come and stay together with our meeting and the service and the luncheon for the members, yeah, and some friends that we are going to invite to. Thank you for this. Please come for January 22, Sunday, for general meeting. From 9:30. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.